Sometimes you can just wow your friends and family by making a dish just like this. It's really super simple, really easy to put together. Let me show you how I do it. Hey y'all, and welcome back. Tonight I'm making supper for the family, and we're gonna have this delicious, creamy, buttery garlic tortellini and sausage on the Blackstone. Kind of inspired by Todd Toven's tortellini. I just come back from the Griddle Moore tour this past weekend and had that great tortellini, and I'm like, I've been craving a good tortellini dish, but let's put a little different spin on it. Let's do this creamy garlic buttery sauce and just try something different with it. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. And looking at ingredients, you can see that there is a lot more than I normally use on this channel, but it's all gonna come together to make a delicious meal. Now this does look like a lot of ingredients, I'll admit, but don't be intimidated by that. And like I say in all my videos, let me know what you do different. Would you change up your type of cheeses? Would you change up a sauce? Would you change up anything? I would love to know that. So you've seen the ingredients, watch this cook, and then go down in the comments and let me know what you do different. But right now, we need to go on and fire up that Blackstone and get that thing heating up, because your family is waiting on that dinner. Well, at least mine is anyhow. So while that griddle's heating up, let's go ahead and get some of this ready for that griddle. Now for this recipe, if you didn't notice when I was showing the ingredients, I'm using a kielbasa type sausage. I just think they go good with this recipe, that's all. You know, use whatever type of sausage you want to use. That's completely up to you. But I thought this kielbasa would work pretty well. So I'm thinking what I want to do is just cut them up like this. And I might cut some in half, some leave whole, and just dice them up. Just different ways. Just try different ways, different variations. Had different textures and bites in the meal. So let's get all this cut up. Now here I come back and I will just cut some of these in half like this. Just maybe quarter some of them. Just make different size bites in here. Just add some variation to the dish. And once you got all that cut up, we'll just put it over here on this dish, on this plate. From when we're ready to start cooking it, it'll be there. All right, sausage is cut up. Let's work on the spinach. As you see, I have fresh spinach here. I'm gonna cut off the heads of it right here, or the leaves, I guess you say. And I think I'm gonna leave them just like that. So I'm gonna grab me a bowl somewhere. Here it is. Grab me a bowl and just put the lettuce, spinach. It's not, it looks like lettuce, don't it? In that bowl. Pretty simple prep on that, wasn't it? Now let's chop some parsley. And this I want to give just kind of a rough chop too, because I'm going to put some in that creamy garlic butter. And we're going to use some as a garnish at the end. So don't need it real fine, but you do need it chopped. I think that'll work right there. And if we need more, we have more. So, get my dish back here. Let's get all this parsley in here. And y'all, the prep for this meal is pretty much done. That's simple. I mean, the rest of it, we just throw on the griddle like it is. So the sausage is cut up, the spinach is ready, parsley's chopped. Let's go check on that griddle. Come on. Well, I'm seeing that white smoke. You know that means it's time to get some groceries up on this griddle. Let's throw down a little bit of oil to begin with, fry that sausage in. Good bit of oil. Grab all this good old sausage and get it on there. Shouldn't take the sausage too long to start cooking up. We just want to get a little char on it, get it cooked throughout. We'll just spread it out right now and, well, just let it cook. So right now, we just want to get that sausage good browned up a little bit, get a good head start on it, then we're going to start throwing this together and it'll come together quick after that. This sausage has only been on here for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and look at there, it's already starting to brown up so good. Loving that color Blackstone puts on these sausages right here. I'm telling you, when I say this sausage don't take long to cook, I mean, look at this right here. This ain't even been 10 minutes, y'all. Now sausage already got a beautiful color. Looking really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just slide this over here because it's not finished cooking yet, but it can finish right there for right now. Because, let me get the tortellini on here. So, it's thawed out a little bit, but you can put it straight frozen on here. Matter of fact, some of these pieces are still frozen. And I'm going with 2 bags of the cheese tortellini. You know, if you want to use that spinach tortellini or something else, that's perfectly fine. So straight on the griddle top it goes. Get it started. In that sausage grease. Now, I don't know if you noticed, I didn't move all that grease over from that sausage, so we're going to cook that tortellini in that sausage grease. But we also need to get started on this creamy, buttery garlic sauce we're going to make. So, grab your pan. Let's make room for it down here, I think. Be a good spot for it. Kind of out of the way. A little cooler zone, we can work with it. I'm going to start off with a whole stick of butter. But what I'm going to do is just kind of cut it up so it'll melt a little quicker. That's all. As you see, I don't know if you can see or not. I hope you can. As soon as it's hitting that pan, it's starting to melt. This is pure salted butter. Use unsalted if that's what you wish. Now we need some garlic. Now use fresh, use the garlic paste. I just had some of this minced garlics in a jar right here that I'm going to use. I'm going to go with about 2 tablespoons, or teaspoons, my bad. Teaspoons of it right there in the mix. Little heavy whipping cream. Don't need much, I don't think. We can add more if we need to. Then we'll just kind of stir that up for right now. Let it thicken just a little bit, and we're going to add some flour if it's not quite thick enough. We'll make it like we need it. Let that melt down, and let's stir our tortellini around a little bit because it's already starting to soften up some. This is what I mean, it's going to come together quick. It's going to come together very quick at this point. Let's move it over a little bit, and we'll come over here and get our sausage. Got to keep it stirred up too. Kind of a lot going on at one time, but man, it's going to come together fast and quick and in a hurry. Spread this back out and let it cook just a little bit longer. Soften that tortellini up. Kind of liking how that's turning out already. Might have to thicken that up just a little bit. Y'all, this really is coming together fast, and I wish you could smell the amazing smells coming off the griddle right now. This kielbasa over here is really, really smelling good. Got its tortellini cooking up. No really smell right there yet. But man, this creamy garlic butter sauce we're making right here is really got this place smelling good too. So now it's just a matter, keep this tortellini moving around, get it cooked up, get it softened up. Keep your sausage stirred up over here so don't burn on one side. It's all looking good. Won't be long, this tortellini's gonna be done. Look at that, it's already starting to fall apart, or not fall apart, but cut easily. That's what I'm looking for. Tell you, it comes together fast. I'm gonna try one of these tortellinis just to see. Honestly, that's really close to being done. I say, let's go ahead and mix this together. Go ahead and get our sausage and tortellini mixed together. The sauce over here is starting to bubble now. I think I'm going to move it back here to the back. Well, let's move it over here, out of my way just a little bit. So I'm right-handed. I need to work on this side of the griddle. Just works better for me. So now, other ingredients. Let's see what we have here. Cherry tomatoes. Let's go ahead and dump them in there. Start blistering those up a little bit. We have roasted red bell pepper chips. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use this whole jar or not. I'm going in there with the juice and everything. I'll use the whole jar. Why not? And some of our spinach. Throw the spinach in there. Now this looks like a lot of spinach, but it will cook down quickly. Looks a lot like Todd Tobin's tortellini now, don't it? Get this mixed in, let it cook down, let it blister up some of the tomatoes. Oh, one more thing. I almost forgot, y'all. I almost forgot. Where's that? Here it is. Salt. Because them tomatoes love salt. So let's add a little salt to our dish here. Now let's go back and stir it up. Boy, I tell you what, that is looking good right there, y'all. That really is. Let's let that cook for just a minute. Stir up our sauce over here. Honestly, I think we need to add more to it. Let's add a little bit more heavy whipping cream to it. And a little bit, maybe a teaspoon of this flour. Let's try to thicken it up just a little bit. It's kind of one of those things I don't really have a really written recipe for. We just kind of cook it as we go. Let that cook. Remember when I told you that spinach is going to cook down quick? Look at it now. It really does cook down quick, but man, I'm going to tell you right now, showing up, this has an amazing smell to it. Y'all, I just remembered something else. I meant to put some Tuscan herb over here in this garlic sauce. Now, but it's not too late. We can still do that. Oh yeah, now it's looking good. Look at that. That's what we're wanting. That's starting to look really good now. And while we're at it, let's just add some Tuscan herb to the whole dish. Definitely is not going to hurt it none. That's for sure. This is just about done. Some of these tomatoes are getting blistered and popping open like I want them. Yeah, buddy. That's when you know this is going to be good. Check on our sauce here. It's thickening up pretty dang good. I'm just hoping it will be enough. Maybe I need to add some more to it and kind of just make some more sauce. Not a bad idea. So let's go in here and add another teaspoon of garlic, little more heavy whipping cream, and more flour. Another teaspoon of flour. And give that a mix. Make a little more sauce for us here. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Cooking is not a 100% do it exactly this way. Cooking is you just kind of improvise as you go a lot of times. So this right here, stir it up, keep it going. Now you remember that parsley we chopped up? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and add some to my garlic mixture over here, my creamy garlic butter mixture. Because I didn't want to add it in too soon. I don't want it to cook all the way through or cook it down too much. Because pretty much right now, y'all, that is done. I mean, look how thick that has turned out, how beautiful, how creamy. So you know what that means? Time to pour it on here. So let's get that mixed in. It's not going to be a lot of cream on here, but it's going to get that flavor on every bite. And that's all I'm looking for, y'all. Well, y'all, I think that looks pretty doggone good. What y'all think? I say we take it up. Grab you up a big old platter. Because if you're like me, you got a big old family that's ready to eat. Let's get it off this griddle. Now that is a pile of food. Let's go over here and finish it up. That really does look good like it is, but we ain't done. Let's come in here and just sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan on top. Like that. A little parsley to top it off. Add a little pop to it. And I say we do a little post dusting with some more Tuscan herb. Man, I wish you could smell it. But right now, I got to get my videos, my close-ups, my reels, show you this up close, and then, well, I get to try it out. Before I do anything, I want to show you how good this right here turned out, y'all. I mean, look at them blistered tomatoes back there. All that tortellini, that kielbasa sausage. You know, it's got that creamy garlic butter sauce all over it. Man, this is going to be so good. So many flavors, so much going on, but it's well worth it. So what y'all think about that? I mean, it looked like a lot of stuff from the get-go, didn't it? But it came together like super quick. This is a great weeknight meal. Something a little different, something variation. And really the ingredients, honestly, it's not that expensive. But y'all, I can't take this anymore. I have to dig in here and try this. Let's see here. Get some, a little bit of everything if I can get it. There we go. Wow. Okay. The kielbasa works perfect in this dish. I love it. The tortellini, it's done. I like it. The roasted bell peppers, I think, was a good call. Instead of using a fresh bell pepper, I think the roasted is a great call on this. The sauce, let's talk about the sauce. Honestly, a little more garlic, to me, wouldn't hurt none. I like a little more garlic in my food, like to taste the garlic. I can taste it, but it's not like prominent, like, okay, there's that garlic sauce. But that's a personal preference. That's my personal preference. The family may be like, this is delicious. They love it. Tuscan Herb Seasoning, perfect for this dish. I can't say how much this dish is really good. But there's so many variations you can do. There's so many more things you can do. Even with that sauce, I add a lot of garlic in if you want. Use fresh garlic, whatever you want to do. There's so much you can do with this. These cherry tomatoes that we throw in there and we blistered up a little bit, that gives a little pop of flavor. Perfect. Overall, 10 out of 10 on this dish. The family's going to love it. I think your family's going to love it. So I'm going to take this in, feed the family. Hope you enjoy these two videos, and we'll see you next time.